and welcome to the PhD podcast, aka the Player Hand Degree podcast. It's your boy Teddy,
I'm your co-host Marcus.
and we're gonna be doing our second round episode today. But first, before we get into the second round, we gotta do a recap of what happened in the first round regarding the NBA and the NHL. So, where you want to talk about first, Marcus? Where it was Ant Man, Joanna Man. He said the Lakers hold my beer. I got that in 5, man.
Well, unfortunately, that did not work out the way that we expected.
Yes, I was completely wrong. My bad to the Minnesota Timberwolves and company. I was so off on that. That was embarrassing. They let Rudy Gobert get a 20-20 on a
That
closeout
man
game.
looked
Rudy
like he was
Gobert.
playing like Shaq. Vintage Shaq performance is what Rudy Gobert did to them Lakers.
Bro, he looked like KG in 04
No,
Oh man.
without the mid-range elbow. I mean, dang. What was more embarrassing, I would ask? The Lakers losing in 5 or the Clippers' effort in Game 7 against the Nuggets?
No, the Clippers.
The Clippers, TJ?
Yeah, the Clippers.
Clippers. Cause yo,
At least they went to Game 7, though.
No,
is
but
true.
like James Harden again, failing at Game 7
Again.
Again.
You know he set the record, James Harden, in Game 7?
What is it?
First player in NBA history to lose 4 Game 7s with 4 different teams.
Oh no.
Oh,
damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I didn't even bring OKC up. He lost to, when he was on Houston, the Nets, the Sixers, and now the Clippers.
Damn.
Yeah. First player in NBA
They even
history.
made it to Game 7 when he was on OKC?
Yeah, but they won.
Oh yeah.
Spurs. He didn't lose that game. I'm just saying they won the
No,
game.
he won the game. Yeah, right. No, I remember that series. I remember that series.
Speaking of this, Spurs,
13 points per game.
did you end up hearing what happened to Greg Popovich?
Oh yes, Pop finally called it in. He called it quits on the bench line, but he's still gonna be
29 years of service.
El Jefe.
yes, he's gonna be president now instead of coaching. So yeah, El Jefe Pop, Senior
Yeah.
Pop, Senior Pop is what they call it now. Yes, about time. I mean, to give it up must have been hard for him. That was like 80% of his life devoting to the game of basketball.
29 years, man.
Yeah.
That's longer than some of you guys been alive who were watching.
Yeah, he's he was
Your
up there
parents weren't even together yet.
He's coaching, yeah, he's coaching longer than the YN's been active. Very true.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
Especially if you're using that term at that age. He's been around as would be called unk status,
Yes.
as these young whippersnappers call us now.
Wow.
Okay. Well,
Disrespect.
yes. We'll transition to something else that happened in the play during the NBA in the first round. TJ got this one right. Cavs in 4.
Oh, yes.
We'll give that. What about that beatdown they gave them on the closeout game?
Amazing.
When the lead was bigger than how much points Miami actually had. I think they only had like 30 points at halftime, but the lead was like 71-30.
Yeah.
Yo, when I saw that, I'm not even gonna watch that game. Lord.
It was a wash. It was a wash already, man. I'm telling you.
Are you still going Cavs all the way, TJ?
All the way. Cavs are going all the way.
But currently right now it's 1-0 Indiana. Tyrese Halliburton.
Cavs in 5.
But speaking of Tyrese Halliburton, because this is the first round, we're doing the first round recap part. What about that part when Tyrese hit the game winner? When they came back down 6, with what 17 seconds?
Yeah, he really showed,
Was that on Gary Trent though for dropping the ball?
That was on Gary Trent. And that was on someone else. Someone else dropped the ball too. Before that.
I thought it was AJ Green who gave him the ball.
Yeah, no, someone else dropped the ball too. Like they turned it over before that play. I forgot who it was, but yeah, too many mistakes.
Is it over? Is it over for Milwaukee after
That?
losing in that fashion? And is Doc Rivers gonna get fired because
No.
he has another? You could add this to the Doc series of him fumbling a game.
Oh, 100%. But
Yeah,
no,
you
he's not
can.
gonna get fired.
You don't think so?
No,
I think he's gonna get fired mid-season next year.
I can see that happening.
That's worse. They might as well just let him go now. At
I
least
agree
start
with
training
you.
camp with a new coach.
Mid-season next year.
And
Giannis is
also,
gonna go play.
speaking of certain things with Milwaukee going forward, so Dame tore his Achilles in his mid-30s.
Yeah, did they rush him too soon?
Yeah.
Bro, I found
Because
that
that was
sketchy.
a freak injury that was a non-contact injury as well.
Happened so early in the game.
Yeah,
And he just fell.
yeah,
Like something that any of us could have done ourselves the way he fell.
I find that fishy still. Like this guy had like what, blood clots at first.
Yeah.
For a couple months.
Yeah, but like all of a sudden you're good now. The doctors have never seen this before. You know what
That's
I mean?
why I found out a little different too. They're just probably pressuring on like, please come back. Like,
Yeah,
we need
nah.
Yeah, it could have been the KD effect, like in the finals when they were down. What was it, 3-1? They were down. They were down 3-1. They rushed him back to play Game 5, and he tore his Achilles. Could have
Yeah.
had that effect.
you. Yeah.
And as an athlete, the Eagles, you want to get out there as soon as you can, especially the way Tyrese was talking to him Game 1 on the sideline.
Yeah.
That might have reignited him wanting to play Game 2. But I want to get to the part where the series ended. Tyrese's pops and Giannis going at it.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear the result? What happened to Tyrese's pops?
Yeah.
Yep,
He's
he's
banned for every Indiana game.
Yeah,
That's kind of crazy. You're gonna ban the stars on pops?
I mean,
But the thing
you
is,
can't run up on you. Did you
if
see how
that
he
was
ran
a
up on
fan-
He
Giannis?
did.
he's lucky that's all that happened to him. Because if it was one of us, we'd still be in jail right now.
Could you imagine he ran up to a prime Ron Artest like that?
I think he has more sense than that.
I would hope so.
Yeah, more
But
sense
also,
than that.
he's very thankful
What if he ran
that
up
it
to
was
Isaiah?
only
What if he
Giannis.
ran up to Isaiah Stewart like that?
He has more sense than that. Come on now, man.
That's one man you don't.
Crash out Stewart, yo.
Yeah, no.
We'll get to
OG
Crash
once
Stewart.
said, "Know your limits, play within it." He knows his limits.
So did Adam Silver make the right call on banning Tyrese's pops for life?
I wouldn't say they
As a
made the
people-
right
Pacers.
call. I wouldn't say they made the right call for the situation right now. Yes,
I
but for life,
understand, dude.
no. I don't think they should have banned him for life.
I think they made it as an example to like maybe down the road, like if Jaws pops were to do that,
Oh, true.
like people like that.
LeVar.
No, LeVar don't even got a leg anymore. You
Yeah.
don't gotta worry about LeVar. Like shout to LeVar though, like he saw this coming 10 years ago.
Oh, man.
But, like-
I saw this couple times.
But like no, like it's just a message to the parents out there.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna be on the court and taunting the opposing player, like to celebrate with your kid, it's
Is
cool.
one thing.
Yeah, but to
But you
be
don't do that.
antagonizing the opponent
What
after
did
the
he say
game,
to him?
bro, he ran up on him, they bumped heads, talked
No,
about.
yeah, for sure. But
Oh,
what
he
did say?
said, oh, this is we do this shit here. Like he said, we do this shit over here. Like we run this over here. Take your ass back to Milwaukee. Like along those lines.
Really now?
But
Yeah.
like in his grill though. Like he said it like in his grill.
Like he was like as
and he
close
had
as
the
I am
towel.
to this
And he
mic
had the
right
towel.
now.
No, for sure. No, I seen all that. I just
And
didn't know what he said.
Giannis is probably looking at it like, bro, you guys never even made it to the finals yet. Like what?
Yeah.
This is the first round.
Like you don't got no chips. But speaking of Giannis, that dude is what? I think 1-9 in his last game, 10 games.
Oh, the series? Oh, playoffs?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, he didn't play 2 years ago against Miami when Jim
No,
Butler.
I'm just talking about just in general, but his numbers are still there.
Did they get swept? They got swept last year,
I think so.
but he didn't play.
No, did he?
Well, put it this way: they're still not good. They have not been good.
Is okay. I was
Since they
gonna
won
I was
the
gonna
chip.
get to this in the like summer episodes. Is he done in Milwaukee?
Yes.
I won't say where he's going.
Honestly, it's one of those. It depends on Giannis as a person.
Okay.
Like he's not one of those people who's gonna be like, "Yo, get me out of here.
Okay.
I'm done."
I think yeah.
It'll be like behind the closed doors front office topic of
Loki needs his brother on the court. That's what it is.
yes,
Giannis
Yeah.
yes.
or Tianis, as I like to call him. Tianis. Yes. Or
Shout out Jeff Teague for telling us that tidbit.
Anyways, we'll
Because
get.
Giannis hasn't been the same ever since.
We'll get to Milwaukee on the off season, just where their season is now. The Knicks and Detroit closeout series. Was that a Jalen Brunson, the way he shifted top? Is that an all-time Knicks playoff moment? Like, will that be up there? From like
Well-
Larry Johnson hitting the 4-point play.
Because Larry Johnson's 4-point play was in the conference finals.
I'm saying it'll be like another moment.
Oh,
No, I'm
if
not
they have
comparing the
a
two.
magical,
I'm not
okay.
comparing the two.
If they have a magical playoff run, that would be a huge footnote in the journey of what happens.
Okay.
So, like, you know when they would have, like, that documentary or whatever, like, at the end?
Like when Josh Hart fouled Tim Hardaway in the corner and they did not call it.
Something like that.
Okay.
Then it's like one of those things of, that'll be a big emphasis on that clip.
Yes.
And, like, you know when they have, like, the sit-down interview after?
Okay.
They're talking about it. It'll be one of those moments.
Was that one of the rudest game winner like shots that you've seen in a while? I thought that was disgusting what he did
It
that
was
to
cool.
Jalen Brunson. Sorry, what Jared Brunson did to one of the Thompson brothers. I thought that was disgusting. He had him on an electric slide.
Nah, he caught him still. Like, it was something else.
Yeah.
But speaking of them Thompson brothers.
Oh, you're talking about Houston Game 7?
Yeah.
What about it, man? Like, did you really think Houston was gonna win that Game 7?
Honestly, I did.
Well, we said that.
Honestly, I did.
You could clip it of what I said. They're gonna lose in 7 games.
Okay.
Like I said.
Okay. Yeah,
and because of youth and inexperience. That's exactly what happened.
So hold on, pause. So you saying that means OKC is done then?
Wait, we'll get to OKC eventually.
We'll get
but
to that part.
We're on first round recap right now, taking it one series at a time. Yes, I mean that kind of reminded me of like when Brooklyn beat Toronto to Game 7. The Raptors just didn't have the experience to know what's like.
You didn't experience, and you lost to a veteran team.
But Baby Jokic is on the way up, man.
Yeah.
Like he's their best player.
Houston coming.
Yeah, but that L was like a different L. They only lost by like 2 points.
The Raptors.
Yeah.
Yes, Houston got smacked.
Yeah.
Yes.
They
That's
got
a different
crushed.
But they also won a Game 6 that no one had them winning.
To even bring it to us, Game 7.
And to be fair to Houston,
they will be back.
The reason they lost that Game 7 was because Buddy Hield went off.
22 points in the half.
Well, he had the game with 30.
And he did nothing else in the second half.
He had 10 points in the second half. That's a Buddy Hield performance in the second half.
Yeah.
Like, he got his 10.
Disappeared.
10 points in the second half is like doing your part for Buddy Hield.
Because he didn't score none until like the end of the third quarter.
Hey. You know what I'll say to Buddy Hield, though? That Game 7 he played was the reason why they chose him over Clay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with that.
Okay.
Like that's good enough. That already justifies the signing. That justifies the signing right there.
His money's worth right there.
Yes.
You had that one key game. You got hot, and it is what it is.
And for Houston, I would say Jalen Green was the X factor that declined. You can't be.
But wait, sorry to cut you off, but yo, that man needs to take some classes in PR training, because that was one of the worst post-game interviews I've ever seen.
For Game 7?
Wait, what
I haven't
happened?
seen it yet.
I haven't seen it. What happened?
Yo.
Did he have a bucket of Jollibee chicken?
Dre was there.
Some was.
Why you gotta say that, TJ, man? Like, now we gotta do a whole timeout, get Marcus back together. Like, she might have been at the game. Like,
oh, Lord.
I heard that they broke
man.
up. I heard they broke up, apparently.
Allegedly.
I don't know the personal life matters, so I'm not gonna comment into that. But it would make a lot of sense why his gameplay declined after Game 2. But he might get moved, man. But his value went down. Like, I don't know. Like,
his value went down. You think he's gonna get moved? I don't think they're gonna move him. I think they're gonna keep him.
When we're talking about that Milwaukee thing, Houston does have assets,
bro. I mean, like, I'll get into that in the summertime. Regarding Giannis, Houston, Phoenix, a whole bunch of other Lakers, a whole bunch of teams that could retool.
Miami.
Yeah, well, Miami need to just blow that shit up and start from scratch.
You think so,
bro? After
that ass whooping,
bro, that was belt to ass, as they say in wrestling. Yes, but on Houston, Sengun is definitely their best player, heads and shoulders. Baby Jokic, just not even up for discussion anymore.
That guy can ball,
bro. That's Baby Jokic, man. 3 years from now, that's Jokic right there, man.
That guy can ball.
All right, now we'll get into the second round matchups.
Wait,
Game 1.
We forgot about another series.
Which one? The Knicks?
No, the Memphis one.
Oh my God! Yes, I did see. I was trying to duck that. I was trying to hide that. Crazy thing is, 3 months ago, I thought the Grizzlies were like the contenders in the West. But man,
that's what you get for firing your coach, man.
Hey, I jumped ship in March. You could check the tape. I jumped ship in March that they were gonna fall apart.
And they fired their coach.
What about losing Game 3 up 29 when John Morant went airborne?
After that part happened, I'm like, this series over.
The series over.
Okay, you did not think they were gonna.
I told you.
You did not think they were gonna lose that game, though.
No, I thought that was gonna be the only game they were gonna win, and they lost that one too. I'm like, God.
In my opinion, their best chance of winning the game was the last game they had, but they blew it in the last 2 minutes.
They couldn't score.
Yeah, they couldn't score at all. They couldn't score. They were up. They're up
You
for a
didn't
little
have
bit.
Hey, they
the
weren't
proper
up like
coaching
game 3.
to
They weren't up like game 3.
But that was their best chance in my opinion.
All I know
No,
is
game
their
3 was
coach.
their best chance.
That too, but
No, all I know is their coach was happy as hell. They lost.
Oh,
I'm like,
man.
I
Taylor
didn't think it would
Jenkins?
yeah.
Okay.
God, your former employer falls apart like that after they fired you? Good.
Yeah, that's Petty Gang
100%.
Okay, so yes, the Grizzlies are done. They'll probably run it back next year, but I don't think Ja can be the leader on a contender, which has been proven now.
Right. This is why they got D Rose, but that fell apart too.
D Rose ain't even in the league anymore.
I know, but that's
No,
why they got
they
D
tried.
Rose. That's why they got D
That's
Rose
why
to
he's
try to lead him.
emphasizing that part.
Oh, like off the court.
Yeah.
Yeah, for locker
Oh,
room
I was gonna say D
leadership.
Rose can't lead anything on the court with his knees anymore. Like shout out to D Rose, like one of the best to ever do it in the last 15 years, especially at a guard position.
All he cares about is guns, sir.
Ja,
Yeah.
he has grenades now.
John guns, John grenades.
He has grenades now. Like
No,
that's the Home Alone thing. Like
Yeah,
his case got dropped though, so he was innocent.
bro, he was always innocent, man. Like I always say, in today's era, in today's society, you're guilty until proven innocent.
He's a young.
That's how it is right now. We ain't even gonna talk. This ain't E News. We ain't gonna get to.
I was about to go
No,
talk.
no, no, no. We ain't, this
Toxic
ain't E
right
News.
now.
This ain't E News.
There
right
was a certain child
No,
that
no,
started.
no. The only thing that happened in New York yesterday was the gala. That's it. This ain't E Talk. But yes, the Grizzlies are gonna have
Yeah,
to
speaking
retool.
of that gala,
No,
Rihanna
no,
pregnant
no.
again.
No.
We never gonna get our album, man.
No. Please. All right, now we'll get to the second round. Finally,
It's been 9 years, Rihanna. I want an album.
listen. We're not getting to E Talk stuff. All right. Yes, Future Cut is here.
Future Cut is here.
That's it. That's all I'm giving you, TJ. Future Cut is here. That's it. Moving on now.
When he loses powers. Tune in next week.
Oh. That's why I put up with.
All right, next topic.
Yes. Marcus, you said we'll get to hockey quickly. The Leafs, can they go all the way? I told you they're gonna do it.
You said they were gonna win the whole thing.
Yes.
If they beat Florida,
That Sam Reinhart guy needs to get suspended for taking out the goalie. By the way, that was a dirty move. He did it on purpose. That was a cheap shot. He did it to his teammate now, Marchand, who was on Boston last year. Took him out. They won the series.
oh, speaking about Marchand too,
What?
never lost.
He's due. They do.
Never lost. He's like LeVar.
Leafs
Never
are winning
lost.
Okay, when they were up 3-0 going into Game 6 against Otto, did you think they were gonna choke?
I was getting a little scared over there. I'm like,
Okay.
yo, not again. No, please.
Okay.
Come on, guys. No. We seen this movie. Like,
Okay.
I get a little nervy. I can't
Yes.
lie.
But what about when they beat Florida Game 1?
I'm like, it's looking good, but it's still game one. If they get past Florida and you knock out the defending champions,
Okay, will you be on board?
they might make me
Will you be on board?
join on their side of
You're
they can
gonna be a-
actually do this.
So you're gonna be a Leafs fan. You're gonna be a Leafs fan and
Hey,
going all the way.
I'm an open bandwagon Leafs fan. I kind of got on a bit early this year though. I hopped on before the first round.
You know what's surprising? I went to my mom's house the other day and she started watching the Leaf game. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yo, the power of
See?
Toronto.
See the power of Toronto right there. God, no matter what your background is, they got everybody watching hockey right now. Shout out to the Leafs. See, reunited families. All that.
Oh, if
Reunited.
they make a
all
Stanley
the-
Cup run, you gonna see people who haven't spoken to family members in years. Back together.
Family
Everyone at
beefs are
Uncle's
squashed. All family drama
In
squashed.
the name of the Leafs.
Yes.
Oh man.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, we'll see if they can get out the second round. I think they will. Marcus is iffy. He's going by the weather on it. But back to the NBA.
Oh, I thought we were gonna talk about the Colorado.
Oh
series.
yeah, no, get to that right now. Yes.
Yo, okay.
Dallas, Colorado.
watched Game 7.
Hold on. Dallas, Colorado, crazier ending, or St. Louis, Winnipeg, Game 7, crazier ending?
I'm gonna go with Colorado.
Okay.
That was an epic. I don't know what the hell happened in that third period.
Okay.
They're up 2-0
Yes.
going into the third period.
Game was in
I know
Dallas.
I know the game.
Did you see that matchup in the regular season, or was that the Leafs that you saw?
No, I went to both cities though.
But they didn't play each other. They were two
No.
different games.
Yeah.
Both of them were playing the Leafs at the time.
No, so when I went to
Colorado, they were playing the
Dallas, I watched them play the
Kings.
Rangers.
My bad.
And then when I went to Denver, they played the Leafs.
Yes, I remember that one.
And when I went to LA, they played Colorado as well.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I went to a few games this year.
In the States. Hey. In the
Get
States.
that passport.
He wants to go watch Indiana Cleveland game 3 or 4.
A lot. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see how
much were
those
those tickets
work.
worth?
They're actually very affordable.
How much were they?
They're like $100.
What? For
Yeah.
what seats?
300 level.
Oh, man.
You can obviously, if you feel like
But
paying
if you
for
add,
the
but
money.
if you add the USD conversion to the CAD conversion,
It's
that's
like, what, 170?
120.
No, our dollar's not
125.
that bad.
It's like 125, right?
No, we got
No,
Carney
it's like
that's
135.
taking our money like that. So
135.
Okay.
Our dollar still sucks.
But go back to the Colorado.
Okay, anyway,
Dallas
back to the
comeback.
Colorado thing. So
That was a
they're
crazy
2-0,
comeback.
and you watching this like, okay, then Dallas scores. All right, 2-1, 2-2. Oh Lord, this is looking bad. Then they score. Then they scored again. I'm like, are these guys really gonna lose a game 7 like this? And also, Colorado's lost the last 4 game 7s too.
Colorado won anything in what 3 years?
Yeah, they're just falling apart in game 7.
What did they trade to Carolina? That's when I felt like the team started falling apart.
I forget who they ended up trading, but
No,
regardless,
he scored a couple goals in that game 7. Then he got traded for Colorado and went to Dallas.
Yeah,
He got a hat trick in that game 7.
that's what I was leading into. And then he had an assist. 3-2.
Yes.
Then they scored an empty netter. 4-2.
Damn.
I'm like, all this happened in a span of like 12 minutes.
Yes.
Damn.
You just literally just saw the energy just get sucked out of that team, and that arena got lit.
Well, I would say
They went,
this.
go Stars, go!
So is that like the equivalent of losing a 20-point game?
Pretty much.
Mm.
Or like it's like
I'd
the
say
Grizzlies game. It's like the
probably
Grizzlies
30.
game 3, but you're in a game 7
Oh,
I'd
man.
probably say like
Oh,
losing
man.
a 2-0 lead to lose 4-2
in a game 7.
in a game 7. That's like a 30-point.
That's why I said the Grizzlies game 3 method.
Yeah, that's why I didn't disagree with you.
But see, on Colorado, when the momentum swings into 2-2, don't you have to have your captain calm you down?
See, this is why in hockey, shout out you, why you needed a Joe Sakic on your team.
No. But who was their captain when they made the run to win the cup? Colorado. Got a hat trick in the game.
Wasn't it McKinnon?
I don't know if it was McKinnon, but no, I'm talking about the guy on Dallas that scored the 3 goals. He just got traded from Colorado, traded him to Carolina.
No, but he wasn't a captain though.
I thought he was the captain. I could be wrong.
But epic claps, Colorado, you guys gotta do better, man. And the Winnipeg series,
Yes. Well, okay. Give me a rundown on that.
bro, they almost a 1 seed almost lost to an 8 seed, but in hockey, that happens like every other year.
Isn't that the President's Trophies curse?
Yes. So becoming first in the NHL don't mean anything. Like you could literally lose to an 8 seed, and that almost happened again
And when did they score the goal?
in
Tie.
double overtime.
No. The one to tie it.
Oh, in the third period.
You were like 1 second left. Did you see the goalie collapse on the ground? The St. Louis goalie. That right there was like the ultimate defeat right there.
Yo, with that series in of itself, I'm like, y'all shouldn't have been in that situation. Double overtime in a game 7 to an 8 seed. Like, you guys gotta do better. Come on, Haribo.
You know what I'm gonna say right now? I'm gonna give you the rundown right now for hockey. It's gonna be Leafs, Washington, Eastern Conference, and in the West, you're gonna have Edmonton
Oh my God, this guy's forever on Everton.
against Winnipeg in the Western Conference.
So basically, all Canadian teams minus Washington.
Yes, because Washington has one of the greatest storylines of the season right now.
They do. I'm not disagreeing with that.
Yes, that's my hockey. That's my final 4 for hockey.
I can't disagree with those picks.
That's all I got.
I'm on the same page.
But if Rantanen scores another game-winning hat trick in a game 7, oh my! sorry, Winnipeg. Sorry, like it happened twice. I don't know what to tell you.
All right, back to
NBA. Yes,
basketball.
second round. What'd you think of those game 1 matchups from Denver, OKC to Boston, New York, for those game 1 intros?
Great. it's going to be a great playoff series.
Who fumbled it? Who fumbled it worse, Boston
Boston.
or Denver?
Boston.
Why? Why? Because they set the record for most
No,
missed threes.
honestly, OKC lost on a buzzer beater. No, not buzzer beater. Sorry, we call it a dagger. You wanna call it a
Yeah.
dagger? Yeah.
No, but
they
they-
lost on a dagger.
But see, OKC lost because they missed free throws.
That too.
And
Chet Holmgren.
and why are you fouling when you're up 3?
Ooh.
Why are you fouling up 3? Why you playing the foul game? That's what happens when you
No,
play the
trying to
foul game.
Stop it.
No,
stop
no,
the
no.
clock, I guess.
I do that sometimes.
No, like you're up 3.
Yeah.
They have the ball with 12 seconds. Why are you foul? Why are you playing the foul game? Why you? That's what happened. That's what led to missing the free throws. Why are you playing the foul game? Why don't you just stick with your defense? Those are the guys you trust. Lock them up on one possession.
Like when I play 2K, I do that shit.
See, the video game is different from real life.
Okay.
Because
Right.
it's like one of those, it throws the person off when you have the lead as, you
Yeah.
ain't coming nailing no 3 ball on me.
I understand.
Intentional
I understand the
foul.
tactic, but like,
Go
I
to the
understand what
line.
you're saying too.
No, but like
You shouldn't have done
in real life, like in an actual game perspective, lock them up one possession.
I think they
Force the 2. Force them to make the 2. Cool. But don't make the 2 easy as well, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, yeah.
Like, don't give them the freaking James Harden Ole defense, and they're saving a lot of time on the clock, which is what happened. They would foul early in the game 7.
In the last
Sorry,
position,
game 1.
The last position, he should have dribbled the ball more.
Shit, Holmgren?
No, the last position OKC had before throwing the ball.
Half court?
Yeah.
No, they had no timeout.
No, I know. He should have dribbled the ball more. Is what I'm saying. He should have dribbled the ball at least closer to the half court. And try to make that a possible shot.
I think in that situation, you're just trying to get it off clean.
And Shea shouldn't be inbounding. He shouldn't inbound the ball.
I think the play was for him to get the ball back.
Yeah, but like.
You know when you like pass the ball
Yeah.
and they pass it
You
right
see,
back?
okay,
Yeah,
you saw
for
that
sure.
you saw that Knicks ending like in the fourth quarter when
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson inbounded it to Cat and then
Yeah.
he did the backdoor cut and then he
Yeah.
blew the layup
Mhm.
because they would have won in regulation.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to run that type of play, but instead of going backdoor, he was supposed to go around
Yeah.
like to center court.
But even though if he was going to take it for himself, he had like 2.9 seconds left. You had the ball like at the free throw line. You could have dribbled the ball at least 2 more times.
No, I understand what you're saying,
You
but
know what I mean?
like you might not get a clean look off.
Was that a clean look?
Fair.
The man hit on backboard, the top of it.
It's a shot clock thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I was gonna let me get to Boston quickly. They set the record for game 1 for most missed threes, 45 in a game. They went 15 for 60 on threes. Will that happen again?
I don't think they're gonna shoot
Yes.
60. I'd say maybe like
I think they're shooting.
48.
I think they'll shoot 53s in a game again. They've done it before.
They
But will they
could,
miss
yeah.
45 threes in a game? No. Do you guys have a winner for your second round matchups? But I also, sorry,
Boston, New York.
New York stand up.
Yeah.
No
New York.
way.
New York is
No, I
winning
told
that
you we're
shit.
gonna have our series that's gonna happen that we've been talking about all year.
Yeah, let's get to that.
Boston
Cavs
versus Cleveland.
Cavs Indiana, but Indiana's winning 1-0 right now. No,
That's fine.
Yo,
how many games in that one? I got Cleveland in 6.
You got Cleveland in 6?
Yeah.
You're in 5.
Oh,
Cavs in 5.
Cavs in 5?
Yeah,
Well, he was
Cavs.
right the last time, so we'll see.
And one more thing, this is an underrated series for me. Golden State and Minnesota. This is the main storyline for me. The return of Jimmy Butler back in Minnesota with the Rolex against the practice squad.
Oh, wow.
The return of Jimmy buckets, but this
Yeah.
time it's playoff Jimmy. They got practice Jimmy, now they get in playoff Jimmy. Or are you looking forward to Draymond versus Rudy round 2? See, that's an underrated series. That is like my favorite series right now.
I was looking at that series and thinking about going until I saw the ticket price.
A-Rod jacked the price up?
Now you say that, I didn't think of it like that. Now
You didn't think of the return of Jimmy Butler?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting series. I think that the Draymond and Rudy Gobert situation is going to like take over the whole entire series.
What's more likely to happen? A game 7 in that matchup, or Rudy Gobert and Draymond Green fighting getting ejected?
Rudy Gobert and Draymond Green.
What, together ejected?
Yeah, like they physically go at it.
No, I think they're going to give Rudy one tech and eject Draymond because of the history.
I agree.
Because of his history.
I agree with that.
Only if Rudy Gobert cops a plea and plays the victim.
What
Like
you
he
will.
always does. Like he always does.
Hey, you saw him run up on a couple. Who did he run up on? He ran up on someone earlier in the season.
I know what you're talking about.
Christian Braun. He ran up on
Yeah.
Christian Braun on Denver. And then Westbrook backed him up. But And what about the reception Jimmy Butler's gonna get in Minnesota?
Oh, they gonna
What
boo the
1 to
shit
10?
out
How
of him.
bad will it be for him?
Actually, because it's not like his first year back.
It's been 5 years.
For like a
5
minute.
years. 5 years.
That is, you hear light boos.
Yeah.
You're not gonna hear like the vitriol of like a WWE heel.
I mean-
as soon as they say Jimmy Butler, boo! Like that's not gonna
last
happen.
You
time
think I
he
like
was
this?
there, they kept chanting, "Where is Jimmy?" when he wasn't playing. The whole crowd was chanting, "Where is Jimmy?"
Yeah, but
And then he blew kisses at them.
Yeah, but that's just playing to the crowd. It's not gonna be.
So who we got in that one? If I had to give you guys a prediction, like if I had to ask for a prediction, Golden State or Minnesota?
I think Golden State's gonna win. I
Yeah.
believe Golden State's gonna win.
I think Minnesota's gonna win in 7.
It's 7.
I'm gonna say this right now.
If it-
Anything I've learned from the Lakers series is if Minnesota plays big bully basketball with Randall, Nas, Reed, and Rudy, they're gonna win that series in 5-6. But if Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler activate their playoff mode and Buddy Hill gives you one game, the Warriors can outshoot them. That's the difference between the Lakers and the Warriors. The Warriors can actually win playing small, just off threes. But
Yeah, they're not gonna catch up to him. Rudy Gobert's not gonna hold down anybody. He's not gonna play anybody.
no, but I'm saying the Warriors can actually win the game just off shooting alone,
No, yeah, for
which
sure.
the Lakers couldn't do.
Yeah, and that's why it's gonna go to 7.
Yeah, but like remember, Golden State's a better shooting team than the Lakers, man. Like
They are better shooting.
yeah,
team. That's what I'm saying.
No, so like you can't really compare the two like that. You know what I mean? Like they tried to outshoot them and it
The
didn't
Lakers
work out.
did.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The Warriors
They-
can. Is
yeah,
what I'm
Warriors-
saying.
Okay, for sure.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay, my bad.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like the Warriors, they can outshoot Minnesota, but if they're not making their threes, they're gonna get smoked, like because of bully
If it-
basketball.
In my opinion.
And Anthony Edwards does need a game where he gets like 35 plus. Like he has to be.
he's gonna have to
He has to get one of those games in this series. Like he cannot do what he did in the closeout game against the Lakers. Just sit back and be passive.
Yeah, if
You
it goes-
you can't get away with that against the
Rudy
Warriors.
picked up the slack.
You know what?
Exactly.
If it goes to Game 6, Golden State wins. But if it goes to Game 7, I'd say Timberwolves win. Because I'm not gonna lie, Steph Curry sucks in Game 7. He's actually a pretty.
Unless he plays Sacramento, it
Yeah.
gives you a 50 ball.
Yeah, yes, but like, bro, he's not the
Sacramento
great.
ain't there, no.
He's not the greatest Game 7 player. Like,
No,
come on.
I agree with you.
I mean,
Yeah.
just Tatum also
That's
gave you
over
50 in a game 7. Like it happens.
no, bro.
But that was against the Sixers. Anyways, but before we wrap this episode up, I just want to give out a 3-leg parlay. The Leafs to get out the East. Boston to get out the East. Sorry, TJ.
Oh no.
And OKC to get out the West. That's 9-1.
Oh.
That's my predictions for the second round.
All right.
Any last thoughts before we wrap this up? Besides the Leafs are gonna win it all.
Cavs are going all the way.
Okay, TJ's running with the Cavs.
Cavs in 5. Hopefully, it's either OKC or Denver, depending on how this series actually goes.
So you're saying the winner of Denver and OKC is gonna get out the West?
Yeah.
Okay, bet. What about you, Marcus?
Kind of have to agree with that still.
Wow, you guys are getting along, man. Wow, we've come a long way. Yeah, that concludes our episode. You can follow us YouTube,
On all
Apple,
platforms.
Spotify, all the podcast platforms that we out.
Yeah.